Hello, Sweet Tooth and Flutter Pyroxis here, gonna play more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Woo!
Woo!
What is an ace attorney?
You're an Ace Attorney.
I am?
Yeah.
I was being super cute right now.
You're super cute.
You're super cute.
Alright, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. So, Sweetie! You have to believe me! I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene!
So then, where were you when the murder took place? Didn't we already establish this?
Yeah. We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the Ringmaster's room.
I told you to wait.
And while you were there, it was Ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly! He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back.
That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right?
That's what it seems like.
But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? I forgot to go.
Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the Ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes.
Yeah, and he must have grabbed those because he was cold.
Yeah. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off.
And you didn't stop him from grabbing your outfit? Which means I didn't think a thing of him taking my outfit.
It means that the Ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possibility.
Well done, Nick.
However, sweetie, why would the Ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange?
Because he was trying to do a drug deal.
Yeah.
Joking. He probably was just cold.
You know, it makes it seem like anyone could... It seems like anyone would, like, take a whack at him because they thought it was Max.
Yeah, Max was the most hated person there. That definitely gives them anyone a motive for this, if they thought it was Max.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my idea from before. I forgot to say it.
What was it?
I don't really want to say it on video, because it might be a spoiler, I'm not sure.
Go ahead. I mean, it's just a thought process.
I think the acrobat threw something out from the third story window.
But then wouldn't they found it?
No, they had the monkey retrieve it.
But then the monkey's footprints would be there.
True.
Anyone who got the item that they threw out would have left their footprints.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
The only way they could have done that was probably to tie the item to something and then carefully swing it down. But then how do you know it would cause enough force to kill the person? Let alone hit the right spot.
True. That's why it feels like the acrobats. Acrobats usually have high accuracy.
Yeah, they probably are used to swinging things around like that. Considering they have to swing each other around.
If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double,
Well, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something.
Yeah. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision.
What in the world? That's really cool.
Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. What? Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. We'll call Lawrence Curls. Please take the stand.
Why did she just call him a pitiful clown?
The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. Name and occupation.
Was that a reference to the West Side?
Yes, he does a lot of references here. If you look at him whenever he gets whipped, he constantly is doing different references. Like he does entire clown versions of different songs.
Cause yeah, kind of. Oh no, that was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Instead, that was a clown. West Clown of Philadelphia or something. I didn't read the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh, yeah. Maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The signs only say no shirt, no shoes, no service. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? But a couple of clowns up to no good.
Your name.
Lawrence Curls. Professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown.
You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 the day of the murder. Correct?
Yes. Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walking up... Without the humor, please. Okay.
Oh, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court.
What you witnessed. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone. What do you think of me? How am I doing?
You just made a full testimony about that.
Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here?
Witness,
Huh?
we will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of the case.
Really? You'll really hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Thank you. I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want.
Yep, Gumshoe
Oh,
gets to get an earful from this guy later.
Oh my god. What you witnessed. That night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced over out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. What? Judge, come on, stop.
Of course you can. There's no way that this account can be criticized.
However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
This is a guilty person?
That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's
You're only gonna get
cross-examination.
cross-examined because he's laughing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, you gotta find some kind of contradiction in his testimony.
Alright. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor. I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honor.
If you cause this clan to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes.
Yep, here's the problem. Every time you talk to him, it will literally start costing you life.
Yay! Let's do it. Dun, 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 dun. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You'd say that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct? See, that's the thing. Huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock, that's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke.
We're going to save, why not?
Alright. You know, you want to hear the joke. A man goes to his doctor and the doctor asks, "How is number 1?" The man says, "Every day at 6. The doctor asks, "Ow!"
Witness, these are exactly the types of jokes you should save for that detective.
Ow!
You knew what would happen. Don't look at me like that.
Mr. Wright, you're hereby penalized. This will not become a kangaroo court.
It took out 2 points.
Wow. This isn't funny at all, in more ways than one. You had no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. You were pooped that night? Yes, I was very, very tired, not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. What? The double cheese double. Bean chelada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that, as they say, happens. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. That joke was so hip I don't want to ruin it with a reply. Got a good reply though. That joke was so funny, earned you a penalty.
See, you get one every time he opens his mouth. You've only pressed him twice and you're already almost halfway done.
Oh my god. Thought I'd go straight to sleep. Before I did, I glanced out the window. You just happened to glance out the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh. I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press some further on this issue. Keep pressing. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday... Once I took myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise, incredibly loud. Sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot?
Your Honor, the witness looked out his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow!
It's not something you just forgot to mention.
Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Maybe we should go back and save after the revision.
Very well, Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. Right, yeah.
Just get him to revise his testimony again and save afterwards, just so we're still here. Woo, progress! But seriously, can you see how hard this one is?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, just 4 wrong presses will pretty much kill you instantly.
Alright.
Here we are.
Alright, so I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me take a look outside. That was the weapon. The chest.
The chest was the weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then how did he end up on top of the chest if he just got hit on the head with it?
Yeah. Wonder how that happened. Alright, let's press on this one. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say, Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. So, how do you know that I was gonna make a joke? I guess that the sound sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Something get a hit, huh?
What then? You went to look out the window and you saw...
Alright. That's when I saw the 2 silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly, how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked out about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window.
Just 30 feet? That's not far at all.
It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility. I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the 2 shadows that you saw. You'd say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away? That's right. I had been thinking about it over and over since that night. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma.
And now we know why he's so mixed up.
Yeah. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the Ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays. Do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright. Everyone knows what to do. All together now. Say it with Uncle Mo.
No one will say it for him.
See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must really be utterly and completely worthless as a clown. Hey, how's it?
Enough foolishness. Get back on track.
Will the witness please testify as to what he saw and only what he saw?
Well, it's obvious Francesca coached him.
Yeah.
Which explains why he's so mixed up.
You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head?
Wait, wouldn't that mean he got hit twice?
Would it?
He already heard a thunk from the ringmaster getting hit. How could he see it?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I did. It's a climax of my story. Really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
I will not permit you to harass my witnesses in this manner of asking them to actually prove their claims.
Yeah.
You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor, poor clown. Now I feel like Ursula. Because if you don't, you know what's waiting for you. A nice penalty. Oh wow, look at that.
Wow. That's 5.
That's half of your health. So it'll be then, Mr. Phoenix, right? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime?
Let's go for it. I got a great reason to make my claim.
And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason.
Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump on someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. Kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clunked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo's to be believed, when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone.
So that means that you just needed to get Max to say that before you did this one.
Oh, that's true.
That's good.
In 1972, a crack clown unit. Oh my god.
Let me pull it up. I'm gonna see exactly what he said so I can say it here.
I think that was Law and Order.
Let me see. I'm gonna pull up the ones that are silly here. It doesn't seem to be here. Let me pull up Mo.
Alright. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
What?
No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Oh.
Great job, Nick.
These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel away back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, you're back from your jog? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much? When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses again. So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say. Mr. Curls. Your Honor? You did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well, then please testify to this silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. Hey, we got on the next one.
Hey!
The silhouette.
You're actually beating him pretty easily.
Yeah.
I'm trouble finding it. Strange, I found it before.
It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
I'm seeing a few of them. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground was where I spent most of my days. But a couple of clowns, they were up to no good, started making trouble in 1972, a crack clown unit was sent to prison by a circus court for a crime. What? It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes?
It is decisive testimony.
Oh, here's another one. They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. What? Was Max really at the scene of the crime that night?
He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could only have belonged to Max. Don't you think that you're going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max? I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. Doesn't seem like he is jumping to any conclusions this time. Let's go over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night? No doubt in it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. Trilo said the same thing, but if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself, but just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. You sure of that?
Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap.
His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. You're sure that is what you saw that night? Exactly what I thought I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? But that's not all I saw. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window?
There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight could have been able to see that much.
Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a hawk out of my left eye and an eagle out of my right eye.
Our records say his eyesight is perfect 20/20.
That must mean he could have seen the crime scene clearly. The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes. Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was. Wait a second. Just out of curiosity. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols? I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols.
Yay, everybody ready? All together now?
Silk hat, cloak, white roses! What the? I got the whole
Who
crowd.
cares if he knew that there was 3 or not? What he saw what he saw. And he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo?
Do you like pie? I love pie. 3.14.
Jay. Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. That was decimals, not fractions.
Yeah. Order, order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
The crime scene was dark. It was obvious that it was too dark to see that kind of detail. The roses are white. You would see them clearly.
Yeah. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them.
Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim.
If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case?
Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. Of course it is.
I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilo's testimony?
Yeah, Trilla saw all of them.
Yep.
But where'd the roses go?
Trilo saw them all. Trilo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this.
Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now.
Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature.
It's a clown.
Yeah. I come to a conclusion. I'm 99% that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
More testimony. What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling!
Nick, this is your last chance.
The silhouette part 2. There's no doubt in my mind. There were no Wright roses that night. However, all of the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this.
Wait, if he was wearing it the entire time, then why was it at the scene? It had to have fallen off at some point.
Yeah. Just one chance? I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
Oh, he won't even let you press here at all.
No pressing? I've only got a single shot at this. Oh, that's a typo. I've only got a single shot as of this.
As this?
I gotta be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need.
I want to save. I'm kind of curious what happens if you press something.
Yeah, I want to press, see what happens.
Like, how strict are they on this no badgering rule?
Probably just call you guilty right there.
I don't know. We gotta see.
Mo, to be honest. Ow!
You promised Mr. Phoenix Wright no more badgering.
5.
Yeah, it takes off half your health just for trying. I hope you enjoy this penalty. You don't even get to speak with him.
Finished. Excuse me, I'm the one handing out the penalty. Ow!
Witness, continue with your testimony.
You're not gonna whip me too, are you?
Maybe after court, if you're into that kind of thing. What?
What? But isn't it kind of pointless if you only whip me after court? What?
I guess he is?
Okay.
You know, I just realized he's the only one that hasn't... Wait, he's gotten whipped a few times. What?
Oh. Okay, so there's no doubt in my mind there were no Wright roses that night.
What just happened?
I have no idea.
So that means that if you press him at all, you get no information and French still whips you.
Yeah, so I can't press. However, all of the other symbols were there, I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat, there's no way I could forget to see the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
It's definitely a problem. If he was wearing it the entire time, he wouldn't have lost it.
There's no hat. We're not right there.
It probably wasn't directly there. They said they found the hat at the crime scene, though. It's on the hat itself.
So you think probably present right here?
Yeah.
This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it?
I mean, it's small, but if he was wearing it the entire time, then there wouldn't even be a second where he wasn't wearing it. Which would have to happen if it fell off.
Yeah. Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found?
You always ask these questions. It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means...
The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No, that's not true. Order, order, order. Mr. Curls. Yes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
What?
What? Hey, that's not right.
He wasn't even telling jokes.
Hey, he's not even telling jokes.
Why are you getting mad at him? I get the feeling that the judge is just like biased against clowns at this point.
Yeah. Well, people hate clowns. Like, really harshly.
Why? There's someone trying to do their job.
Yeah. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. What? Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do to you? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great.
The thing is, he's not lying.
Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting there, no matter how old I get, I'll always be young than you. Ah. And he's crying. Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curl. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth.
He turned into a bratty little kid.
It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene?
What's the matter, Nick?
There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Objection!
This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. You got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is, how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you to say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
The footprints.
Snap the map. Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. Ay, ay, ay. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as a clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I said. Fine, fine, I'll tell you the truth this time.
Why didn't you tell the truth before?
Yeah.
You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today.
That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
I don't know why, but I get the feeling they're gonna get worse before they get better.
Mr. Lawrence Curls. Yes. The testimony you provided up until now has been false. It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just what? It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene.
How are you confused?
Yeah. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw.
Von Karma is literally threatening the witnesses now.
Yeah. Order, order. I will have order. Franziska Von Karma, how could you?
Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls. Ha! You're not going to believe this, but it's all true, I tell you.
Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Sounds like I still have to cross-examine this clown.
Oh my god, this goes on a long time. The truth. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing a silk hat. That's when I saw he. This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness.
But if he was standing there to begin with, his footprints would be there.
Yeah.
That means he must have never touched the ground if he was there.
Yeah. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
If you were committing murder, why would you use your signature trick to do it? I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? I don't know if that was her trying to spare the judge or just not wanting that to be said.
Yeah. Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of the crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right.
Oh,
Why
so
is she right?
thought he was lying.
Yeah. You believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story? To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? You know, that music is kind of like a trivia is happening.
Because it is.
What's your answer?
You want to be the only person who believes Mo? Or be like, this is all a dream, right?
He's telling the truth. What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he's telling the truth? That's what I think.
Nick, wait. That means Max actually used magic.
Yikes, you're right. Ow!
Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such foolish dream.
Stop it.
No. Don't be ridiculous. Magic doesn't exist.
I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that. But I just can't wrap my head around now that could actually happen.
You imbecile.
If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound.
You disregard me for proof.
However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know.
They say the criminal flew into the air and disappeared.
Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy.
But it looks so effortless for you on stage.
It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air.
Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic.
No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. I made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks.
Nick, what do we do now?
All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow.
Then again, did someone else see him setting up? Great idea. Let's do our best and catch the sucker.
To be continued. Yay! Man, they were like really mean to the clown.
Yeah, Francesca just told him to exclude things from his testimony because she didn't believe that the flying guy would fly.
Yeah. Crazy.
And then she flat out threatened him to say exactly what she wanted him to say.
Alright, so we're going to leave it off here and pick it up in the next one. We're on to day 2 investigation. Have a good one.